How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday to everyone watching. So today is day 3 of Packers training camp. It is a very light practice. It's only open to the media. It's not open to the fans. So it's pretty much a jog through practice. So there's not much to go over in terms of highlights, but nonetheless, the Packers were practicing today. So I have some highlights to break down and react to. I just hit 40,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. It's still surreal to even say something like that. I seriously appreciate everyone that takes the time out of their day to watch my video and leave likes and leave comments. Seriously, you guys are the best. You allow me to do what I love, so thank you guys. And if you happen to be a new viewer and want to join the channel, simply go down, click subscribe. I post Packers content pretty much every single day, especially when training camp's going on. There's a ton of content coming out on this channel, so if you want to stay in the loop with Green Bay Packers, everything Packers through training camp, preseason, into the season, definitely go down, click subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of the updates. All right, so without further ado, let's bring up the highlight screen. Like I said, not much to go over today. This is simply just a clip of Jaire Alexander and Shamar Jean-Charles just messing around. They're not even doing any drills. But I wanted to show you guys this because I wanted to talk a little bit about Jaire Alexander because yesterday he dropped out of practice. There was a little bit of an injury scare. It was on a play where it was 11v11s. It was a throw to Luke Musgrave on the goal line, and Jaire ended up stopping him before the touchdown. Came up a little bit gimpy, went and saw the trainer on the sideline, but then seemed to be walking good after that. Matt LaFleur said there is no concern with Jaire Alexander, and clearly he's practicing on a jog-through day. Like, if there's any bit of concern, he wouldn't be practicing today, and he wouldn't be messing around like this during practice. So it seems like he's 100% fine. He's been the star of practice so far on that defense. So glad he is fine, because that would just be a horrible injury to have, obviously. You know, we're already missing Rashawn Gary, and Jaire Alexander is probably the best defender on the defense. It's between, you know, him, Gary, and Clark. So need to have most of those guys healthy and ready to play. Here we have a clip of the quarterbacks throwing quick flat routes to players. We saw Alex Magoo throw to Lou Nichols, who had a nice day yesterday. Then we see Sean Clifford throw to Tyler Davis, tight end 4 as of right now. Then we see Magoo throwing to Josiah DeGuara, who got another start today with Luke Musgrave in that 12 personnel. Clifford to Tucker Kraft, who I heard looked really promising during training camp so far. So Matt LaFleur actually said that tomorrow will be the last helmets and shorts practice, and Monday they will be putting on the pad. So definitely be on the lookout for Monday's practice. That's when things are going to ramp up, and we're going to start to see the real positional battles, you know, edge versus tackles, and the trenches in general, the running game, wide receiver versus defensive back. Once the pads come on, we're going to start seeing those real battles, and this 53-man roster start to really form. Here we have a clip of rookie Lucas Van Ness and undrafted free agent Brenton Cox Jr. doing a drill here. I see Lucas Van Ness getting snaps early, and I see Brenton Cox potentially making the roster. Both these guys have a ton of potential. The Packers actually released Jonathan Garvin today. It was on his birthday. They actually put out a happy birthday tweet and then released him short thereafter. Cruel, cruel world, but Jonathan Garvin has been released. I didn't expect him making the roster anyways. I just feel like he was at edge 6, 7, or 8, and he was with the defensive lineman trying to make a position change, and he was undersized and didn't show up to OTAs or minicamp. Don't really know why. We don't know why he didn't show up to OTAs and most of minicamp. There's really no tell on that, but at this point, he's off the roster, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, so here's a clip of Lucas Van Ness, Brenton Cox Jr. I think Hollins got the start today at edge again, so I thought it was going to be LVN because there was Hollins day 1 and Igbare yesterday, and I thought it would be LVN today, but it was Hollins again, so it seems like that's kind of the battle right now, Igbare versus Hollins, which is what I thought it was going to be, but that doesn't mean Lucas Van Ness isn't going to get snaps week 1, because I think he still is. He shows a lot of potential, and this bodes well for Brenton Cox Jr. as well, with Garvin getting released, kind of showing that he might be that 5th edge guy as of right now. Here's a quick video of AJ Dillon doing a quick cut drill. I think I said it yesterday. This guy moves very nimbly for someone that's 250 pounds and a running back built like him. I'm thinking AJ Dillon is going to have a bounce back year this season. Last year was kind of underwhelming for AJ Dillon. He had a lot of drops in the passing game, didn't really run the way we were used to seeing his rookie season. It just seemed like he was running a little bit differently, not to his strengths, and I think he's realized that. I think he's put out a couple tweets about it and pretty much. He's been training really hard this offseason. So the Packers are going to need to fall back on these running backs. A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones, maybe even their third guy, whoever that may be, between Lou Nichols, Patrick Taylor, or Tyler Goodson. But I think if A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones are, up to their top level, this Packers offense can actually be really good if it builds off that run like that and allows them to use like play action and open up the pass through the run. Here's a drill of some of the linebackers doing a find the ball type of drill. I've never seen this. Well, I'm sure they run it a lot, but I've actually never seen it recorded and on tape here. So really cool to see this type of drill. Obviously very important to secure a fumble when it's on the ground, whether it's in a group of people and you have to find that ball, dive into a pile and secure it. So really nice to see a ball security drill going on here in terms of recovering fumbles. Here's a clip of Packers punter Pat O'Donnell doing a nice hang time punt here. Pretty sure he's going to be our punter going into this season. They did side Daniel Whelan, but I'm pretty sure they just wanted another punter for training camp. It's good to have two punters because you can work on punt returns, 2 times at once. So Pat O'Donnell, probably the punter. I don't think there's any like real competition there between him and Daniel Whelan. I thought he had an excellent season last year. I really liked that signing. They signed him to a 2-year deal, so this is going to be the last year of his contract. It doesn't look like the Packers are going to end up cutting him or anything for contract reasons. So looks like Pat O'Donnell's going to be the punter. Like I said, I thought he had a good year last year, so I'm glad they're keeping him around for this season. So those are actually all the clips I have. Like I said, a very light practice today, jog through practice, so there's just not many clips that came out. There'll be more tomorrow. The practice is open to the media and the public tomorrow, and then the Packers have an off day Sunday and then are back at it on Monday. So definitely be on the lookout for all the content coming out tomorrow, and then obviously the rest of training camp as well right here on this channel. But that about does it for this video. Again, I appreciate all the endless support on my channel. You guys are awesome. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.